I already shared with you my highlight, which is the same thing that you guys concluded on paragraph 18, except I annotated and I said, this is the problem that Priya is facing. This is her conflict. So once I found my sentence, I annotated why I thought that. Okay, so let's move along. Now I want you guys to do the same thing, but we're going to go on different pages, okay? So now we need to find the details to support her conflict. We know what the conflict is, but we need to find details that support that. So I've divided the classroom into 3 different groups. You won't be breaking into separate rooms and you won't be having a partner. You won't be partnering up. But what I want you to do is I want you to locate your name on the list. And so you find your name, look up, and that tells you the page number that you're focusing on. Everyone is only focusing on one single page. So find your name, look up, and that gives you your page number. Okay. And once you find your page number, your name and your page number, you will read that page closely, looking for details to support the conflict, or also known as the rising action. We're finding the details for the rising action right now. And once you find that, I want you to just go ahead and highlight it the same way we did on the previous page. So we're doing the same thing, except not everyone is on the same page. So let's do an example. Who do I want to choose? Okay, Toby, what page are you focusing on?
Page 182.
Right. So the way he found that, his name, looked up 182. So if you're Antoine, you're on 184. If you're Sanaya, you're on 185. So everyone should be on their single page looking for details that support the conflict. I'm going to give you guys a few seconds and we're going to share. For those who do not have your book, you can go onto Google Classroom, and the same way that the story was uploaded yesterday, it's on there today. So I'm going to show you how to access that. So we're on our Google Classroom page. You want to click at the top where it says classwork. And since we're in reading, you're going to go down to reading. It's the very first thing here. Reading lesson Friday, October 2nd. Click on that, and that's where you will find the story from the scratch. Wow, I said that so wrong. From scratch. All of the pages are here. So again, go to Google Classroom, click classwork, scroll down to reading, and the full story is there. Is anyone confused on what we're doing? Okay, so you guys should be going ahead and highlighting those details. If you're on 182, your page should look like this. You should see an illustration of Priya and her mother in the kitchen. If you're on 184, you should be looking at an illustration of Priya and her mother at the American supermarket. And if you're on page 185, you should see an illustration of Priya's mother crushing the cardamom seeds. Just to make sure you're on the right page. Those are the illustrations you should be seeing. Any questions? Savion? So don't forget, Priya's conflict, we just decided, is that she can't be Indian anymore, and she does not know how to be American. She feels like she doesn't fit in anywhere. So we're trying to support that. What details support that? Yes, Toby.
I highlighted that Priya was sad. She did not want her mother to see her tears, so she stayed into the pot, stirring absently.
Very good.
She was homesick. and she didn't want her mother to know because I'm pretty sure her mother likes it in where she's in.
Okay, really, really good. So you gave me examples from the text and you made a few inferences as well. Does anyone else want to share from group page 182? Okay, Toby pretty much hit it on the nose. So let's go to group page 184. Would anyone like to share? Joshua? I'm seeing the same hands. I'm going to start calling on y'all. Go ahead, Josh. I'm sorry.
For days, she sat alone in the lunchroom, hiding her food behind her paper sack so no one would see that she didn't have jelly and peanut butter or cartoon-shaped fruit snacks.
Really good details. Okay. So also on that page, here it is here. Okay, so that was really good. But remember, so let's think about earlier in the story when she was crying. So she thought of her grandmother and about India and she started crying. Did anything on your page, on page 184, and this is not only for Joshua, this is for everyone else on that page, did it express any other feelings that she was having and maybe why? Savian, thank you, Joshua. That was good.
Maybe sadness, because at the beginning or close to the beginning, she said Mommy wanted so much for her to be. Mommy wanted so much for her to be happier.
Okay, great. And then the sentence before that says what?
Suddenly her throat felt tight again.
Great, exactly. So you guys gave really great details, but I think the main thing here is, like you both said, you and Joshua, is expressing her feelings. So her throat felt tight again. She felt herself about to tear up, as she did before. So for group 185, page 185, I need someone to share. Sharon?
I highlighted, she was not like the other mothers, the American mothers with the short hair dye and cut like movie stars and the well painted smiles. And then I highlighted another sentence and it said, but Priya has seen how the other children stared at her mother when she came to school after the first day.
Yes, okay, so that's really, really good. You got two great sentences out of that page. And you're right. When we even talked about it yesterday, about the clothing difference. Remember, we were talking about the blue slacks and the sundresses, how that's typical American dress or attire, clothing. And then how that was compared to the salwar kurta that her mom wore, which is the traditional Indian clothing. So everyone did a great job with that, and I'm so proud and excited that you guys got it. Okay, so let's move along. We got to move a bit faster here.